have senior professors joining every month to share Maharishi's philosophies and share their experiences with the Maharishi. So as part of that, today we have Senior Professor Arulanandhan T.N. Arulanandhan Ayya is joining us. For the people here in practitioners here in North America, we don't need any introduction about Ayya because Ayya is part of us. Ayya is conducting various programs and special lectures in the North America region for the past few years. And also he is conducting daily lectures every day as part of the morning meditation across the US. But for any newcomers, Aya is with the system for like a close to 40 years. He started his journey in 1982, and he traveled with the Maharishi for the spiritual journey for like a close to 25 years. And Aya served as various positions in World Community Service Center. He served as Joint Secretary and General Secretary. And he's here currently in US, and he's conducting various programs, and he's kind of a guide for all of us here every day, like sharing various philosophies of Maharishi, either through all the Zoom or like Teams meeting, or like he's sharing like all the philosophies of Maharishi through like a WhatsApp. So without taking much time, we want to welcome Aya on behalf of Seattle Sky Society to share his experiences with Swamiji. வாழ்க வளமுடன் ஐயா, it's over to you.
Be blessed by the divine. Rajesh, you are able to hear?
Yes, sir. We can hear you, ஐயா.
கேக்குதா?
கேக்குதுங்கய்யா, கேக்குது.
Okay. வாழ்க வளமுடன். My dear friends, all of you be blessed by the divine. May the whole world enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. Salutation to our Guru, Guru Vethathiri Maharishi. My dear friends, good evening to all of you. Good morning to our friends from India. I feel it is a very great opportunity for me to recollect my experiences with our great Maharishi and share with you. For this, the Seattle Sky Society or the founder of this Seattle Sky Society, Professor Meera, and other friends have organized this in an excellent manner. So first, let us thank all Professor Meera and Ashan Professor Vikno Rajesh and others who have organized it excellently well. And my dear friends, thank you all for having participated in this program. Maharishi used to say, whenever you hear or read the autobiography or biography of a great personality, you are able to understand how that person or Maharishi, like our Maharishi, were able to raise themselves to such a highest level in society by adopting certain methods. For example, I'm going to tell how our Maharishi was born in a very poor weaver's family. I think many of you would have read his autobiography in Tamil, எனது வாழ்க்கை விளக்கம், in English, my life story. Fortunately, it is being posted in some SKY groups also. So we are able to know the early part of Maharishi, at the same time, how he raised himself to the level of a great philosopher, Tattvaඥāni. Not only philosopher, you can say philosopher saint, you can say, and was able to even convince the scientists some theories they were not able to even develop, like a theory of unified force. And even the scientists recommended our Maharishi's name for being awarded Nobel Prize also. So how he was able to become such a great, say, Maharishi or philosopher. So we are able to know at least some few in by knowing some my own, say, experience with Maharishi, you will be able to understand, I think. That is the purpose of organizing such programs by the Seattle Sky Society. So once again, I thank them. I appreciate them for this service. Now I can as well say I'm sharing some videos from my memory during my period of association with Maharishi, starting from the date of initiation. And you can also record them. It's all like videos, but you cannot show it. It is only, but you can easily visualize in your mental vision first. Then retain them. For example, so not only my own experience and the experience of so many SKY professors also you heard so far, and you are going to hear in future also. So, what we have experienced, it is not mere experience, physical experience. So while we were with Maharishi on certain occasions, how we were able to get benefits, how we were able to raise ourselves, first. Then how by following the footsteps of Maharishi, not only by attending classes, reading his books, and observing his own service, we senior professors, any professor, any master, we can say, not necessarily professors, even an Arunidhi also, some Arunidhis are doing excellent service. So, one has to do such. Ultimately, Maharishi's wish is that whatever he got through his own thinking, research, and intuition got by deep meditation have to be spread to the whole world. That is why, even though he founded this or started this institution, the Global Spiritual Institution or Spiritual Education Center, later he called, in a hut only, in his native place, Guruvanjeri, about 50 kilometers away from Chennai. Anyhow, but now it is about to be upgraded as a university. Now already a college has been started in the WCC headquarters. Within a few years, we can certainly hope that the University of or Vethathiri Maharishi University of Yoga, which is certainly going to come up. Are going to see that. So my earnest request to all the participants is kindly just record them, and it will automatically come, or you can also retrieve whenever you want. Whenever you think of Maharishi, as Maharishi himself has written in a poem in Jnanam Varvam, எப்பொருளை எச்செயலை எக்குணத்தை ஒருவர் அடிக்கிறதால் அப்பொருள் தன்மையாய் நெல் போராட்டல் அறிவினிலும் உடலினும் மாற்றம் காணும். Not only that, that is law of nature. Finally, he says, எவரொருவர் குருவை மதித்து ஒழுகினாலும் தப்பாது குரு உயர்வு மதிப்போர் தம்மை தரத்தில் உயர்த்தி பிறவி பயனை நல்கும். I will just tell in English. Maharishi says, any person, not only a sky yoga person, any man or woman thinks about an object, about even pet, or about a person frequently. So what happens is the biomagnetic wave from the person who thinks and the person whom he or she thinks, the clashes, all the 5 functions happens: class, reflection, refraction, penetration, interaction. The Maharishi says, we are able to, the person who thinks about the other person, say A or B, he is able to derive the qualities. That's very important. Nobody can deny, even it is scientifically proved, that important scientific fact Maharishi has told. That is why he says, finally, whoever respects the Guru, that's why யாவரொருவை குருவை மதித்து ஒழுகினாலும் is not only mere respecting, you have to follow his footsteps. Oliginal means you have to do all the exercises learnt from him or taught by him and follow the principles taught by him. The original, that word has got so much of meaning. If you do all those things, தப்பாது குரு உயர்வு நினைப்போர் தம்மை தரத்தில் உயர்த்தி பிறவி பயனை நல்கும். See, is assuring. So whoever does it, what happens? The greatness of Guru, he says, Guruvinuடைய உயர்வு, the greatness of Guru means Guru has become God, as in even Tirukural we say. Guru is nothing but he was born as man or woman, then he became divine, God. So the great Guru or greatness of Guru will lift such persons, and Taratil, that is personality, will be enhanced, and ultimately that will help the person to attain the purpose of birth, namely realization of God, realization of self. So that is how we have to think about Maharishi. Now, coming to the subject, let me start with the first video of how Maharishi initiated me into first step, namely Agna initiation. One of my friends, by name Arunidhi Jnana Dandapani, who had already got initiation with the Maharishi, was telling about Maharishi. Say, when I was working in an office in 1982 or so. Then I got the address. Then with permission, getting permission from office, I proceeded to that place where Maharishi was living. You will be some people may be surprised to hear from me. In 1982 October, he had just returned from foreign trip, and the residence was, it is called Tenambet. That is, you can say location that Gemini flyover, that's one or two Gemini flyover, and it is called Chokkalingam Nagar. It was a rented house, 1,000 rupees rent. It was given by the brother of one aspirant by name Sambat Kumar. Later, he became the treasurer of WCAC, working in Ennur Foundries. So that was the international headquarters of WCAC. As people used to say, it is a residence come office for Swamiji. And he was the single person only. Just take it in a video. When by 4:30, I just pressed the calling bell. Only our Maharishi opened the door. It was really a surprise to me because I've already visited so many other spiritual organizations where there are so many assistants to chief. I thought, because my friend has not described anything about the office and overall the people staying there. He was a single person. There was only one assistant, an ex-serviceman by name Das, who had just gone out to post office somewhere. So he was the only person in the that is WCAC. Then he asked me, what can I do for you? Of course, very kind words, all covered modern as usual, with smiling face. Then he asked me to sit, and then I expressed my willingness to learn this Anavadaka yoga. Okay, you can certainly do. The only thing is you have to pay some 11 rupees. You can pay later and fill an application form. After my assistant comes, you can fill up. Now you start. Then, of course, which for a single person, he described as usual what we say in this introduction of SKY. For all is teaching for half an hour. Then, of course, as usual, he gave me initiation. So, out of love and compassion, he told. So it was at that time it was 5:45. You can wait. You got that group meditation after 6. Say 6 to 6:30. You got group meditation. You can stay, and I will give you touch. That is the greatness, So many masters would have come, but the policy of Maharishi was not to expect any service from any master. If anybody comes voluntarily, they will utilize. That is the greatness of Maharishi. She never expected anybody, as per his own philosophy. That is why he gave initiation. He told me, you wait. Then I waited and sat in the first row. It was a very small hall. Capacity is 20-25% only. That was the number of participants in that group meditation he conducted, and he gave 3 times touch. I was able to feel very much. And in here, after meditation, of course, he provided food for thought for 15 or 20 minutes. So that was the first and best impression I had with my guru. You can just imagine. Then I also written in my book one saying, தட்டுங்கள் திறக்கப்படும், கேளுங்கள் கொடுக்கப்படும், Tamil. Just knock, it will be opened. Ask, you'll be given. It happened for me. I don't know. Maybe Purva Janma Punya. Maybe I had so much of good imprints, perhaps. This is the first video. Second is introspection. So when every day I used to, but 3 days he used to conduct whenever he was available. Otherwise, sometimes he used to go to some places in Tamil Nadu, Delhi, some other places in India. And for 6 months, he used to visit other countries, USA, Japan, Malaysia, Singapore, like that. That's how those days were going on. Then, fortunately, up to his next foreign visit, he was available, so I attended every group meditation. One day, he announced about the Temple of Consciousness. During the visit to Coimbatore, Pollachi, he was able to get, of course, the friends there helped him to get land for Temple of Consciousness earlier. See, Maharishi happily announced, for so many years I was thinking about a temple for consciousness, because we have realized consciousness is God. There are innumerable temples all over the world for God. But I have recognized God is called to consciousness. Then why not I have a temple for consciousness itself? He told. But that idea was there for so many years. And he happily said, now time has come. A temple of consciousness will be constructed soon. Dr. N. Mahalingam, a great philanthropist, he has donated 11 acres on the foot of Annamalai Hills in Pollachi, and nearby there is a reservoir, Aliar Dam. So whatever environment I like, everything God has provided. Of course, some of you who have not visited, kindly visit after this virus and all are gone. After 1 year or 2 years, kindly visit. So we are fortunate to visit so many times like that. So then he told, so the blueprint also are being prepared like that. Of course, went on. All right, after the group meditation was over, all dispersed. When I came out, some people were whispering like this. See, there's the headquarters building, this administration building at Tiruvanmiyur was being constructed. It was opened only in 83. So it is an estimate of 3 or 4 lakhs. Whereas our Maharishi says the temple of consciousness will be constructed at a cost of 50 lakhs or even more. How can you get funds at all? Is it possible? Like that. Some people are whispering, I heard. And anyhow, we went home. Then the next group meditation, after the group meditation, Maharishi started speaking. Dear friends, the other day I spoke about the temple of consciousness that earlier. I think some of the friends have got their own doubt whether it is possible or not. Whether it is possible at all. I wish to clear that doubt. It is possible. So whatever may be the project, like suppose you want to own a house, it may be a single house or an apartment. Even then, what the apartments are being constructed. So first of all, you have to locate the place. First, he said 3 words that is always lingering in my mind. First, imagination. Until you find the place where you are going to construct or you are getting the apartment, it is only imagination. You can see even 10 places. Only after fixing and preparing blueprint, you are able to visualize in paper. Then after a few months or few years, after construction, you are doing that Graha Pravesa, you are entering the house. That is actualization. In any project, there are these phases: imagination, visualization, and actualization. Alia Temple of Consciousness has come to a second stage. The third stage will be completed within a matter of years. Assertively told. This is Maharishi. I will also tell some more projects like this. What? How much? See, that self-confidence you can say, or you can put any word, and people are stunned how Maharishi was able to know that we had doubt and all that. Those people are talking later, of course. This is the second one. third one about a introspection course. I think our Professor Aruchelvi from India, all year has come, joined in. She was also, she was not even 20 at that time, whereas I was about 40. And she also joined because her parents, great. I got much reverence because they were all guiding me next to Maharishi. Actually, Senior Professor Subbu Ayya, Senior Professor Maragadam Subbu, were her parents. And they got initiated maybe at 14 or 15, or I don't know. So they also attended that. Reference she is now in this as a part here. And Ilamuran also, her elder brother. And they became professors, I think, early, I think 20 or 25, below 25. Anyhow, so in the only one incident I want to share with you, so that some people will follow this from today or tomorrow. So while that was 1 week course, and Maharishi was so kind and compassionate that the expenditure of the parchments have to be less. For example, in those days, say I was a government servant, government employee, my earning was maybe 2 or 3,000 only. So how can I afford? Suppose if I have to pay 1,000 rupees for introspection course, because there's no scope for doing it in Chennai. Only Salem, Pollachi, Erode. Of course, SKY, our president, our great president, respected president, Padma Shri Awadi, also got initiation in 1982. He was guided by our Arul Selvi's uncle, Senior Professor Arulanandhan. So then, of course, then we were we attended the introspection course that was called Sr.Prof.T.N in 1985 in a place called Gachalnakampatti. It may be, I don't know this date, maybe about 10 kilometers, within 10 kilometers from main town Salem. Because one philanthropist by name Ramakrishnan, he was told he is the correspondent of the Hindu Girls High College. So he graciously gave the marriage hall for us for a week. So the 1 week course. And one more thing is, some other philanthropist sponsored for food also. So morning, one person, so there were more than 300 participants. Say one person will donate for the breakfast. Another philanthropist used to donate for the lunch, another for dinner, like that, 7 days. So see, Maharishi's idea, just think. But for that, the number of participants would have been very, very less. So that is the forethought of Maharishi. Then anyhow, it was and very excellent. We felt after the completion of course, when we returned to the town to go to Madras or Chennai, we felt as though, frankly telling, as though we are coming from heaven to hell. Even though they are not existing, the feeling, see, there is some description about heaven, such a great vibration with Maharishi from Sunday evening to next Saturday afternoon, like that. One incident is when he was teaching us the mirror gazing. So batch by batch he was teaching. I asked a group in which I was also doing, what did you see while palming? You have seen your picture and closing your eyes. What do you see? Asked. I said, I am able to see Swamiji only. No, you have to visualize internally the flow of energy from head to feet. You have spent energy, then you have to get it back. While closing the eyes, you have to observe your own life force flowing from head to feet. That I remember now, and I am just sharing this some hundreds of people in so many courses. This I cannot forget. Kindly, if any people, any one of you has any doubt, please clear it from now. Next, during master course. So my idea was to become master as early as possible and help Maharishi, because in headquarters, even in own building, he was the single person. So you'll be very much surprised to hear all those things. Even Professor Meera also would not have, of course, would have heard only, but she came, of course, after 10 years or so. Uh, Only after hearing from us, she would have known. So Maharishi was in his home, and his own brother-in-law and a Rogamar brother retired. These were the two persons only in the whole headquarters. He just the manager looking into the reception, accounts, everything. Whenever any person comes, he will just inquire, and with Maharishi's permission, he will send to Maharishi's room. And Maharishi was the master in charge. So he has to give initiation. He is the only person who can attend to any aspirant. So I thought, of course, even though I became master, I cannot be present during working days, but at least evening or some holidays I can help. So that was my idea. So in the same year, 85, I attended a master's course conducted in Gandhi Mandapam, Pollachi, that owned by our Dr. N. Mahalingamaya. So that was, I think, given free of cost. That was a one week course. The speciality of that course I want to mention is he demonstrated exercises. Very fortunately, I got that video. Not that video, I don't know, some other video. Actually, we were searching for that. We were told that it has become corrupt and all that. So Maharishi himself did all the exercises, starting from hand exercise up to relaxation. Then somebody asked, Amji, there are so many masters who have, they're all senior masters, no professors. The designation of professors was given only in 89. So it is 85. But senior masters like Professor Subbu, Professor Kaliappan, Professor Pannambalaya, like that, so there are 4 or 5. And they used to give a motivation lecture for 15 minutes before Maharishi started speaking like that. And then he told, so suppose the master who conducts the exercise, that's a mistake, I cannot be correct in the middle, it will not good. That is why I have done it, because there are masters. In order to ensure that these masters or arunis become thorough in the in exercises and will later teach thoroughly or perfectly, I have demonstrated. His age was 74 at that time. This one important thing I still keep in memory. One more at the conclusion, not only in Pollachi, I attended every year when Maharishi conducted Maunam or silence. I used to attend. Only once I attended 1 month in which our Professor Sylvia was there. And on other years, I used to attend for 10 days in the end and attend master course for revision. And of course, that was my routine. So after every master course, Maharishi used to say, so because many of the masters are attending this program, kindly note, the Maharishi said, now you have become masters. You are taking my seat because you are teaching, no? All right. Now today I am giving a key of an Almira. All the sky philosophy and practices. So you open the Almira because you have become masters. You have got every right. It access all the philosophy practices what all have taught you and learn thoroughly, become master in that philosophy as well as practices, experience the benefits, and with that experience you teach others. This is the advice. So all masters kindly note this one. And now, of course, I will also share some other experiences outside the courses. So in 89 or so, 90, Maharishi, during the travel to USA, one Mr. Ramalinga Patel, I think Dr. Ramalinga Patel, a scientist in Indiana, suggested Maharishi had just propounded the theory of unified force, which is quite astonishing to even any scientist and professors of Boulder University, where our respected Dr. Gupta, Vijay Gupta and Saipindra Gupta. Vijay Gupta was professor of hydrology there, and now retired, and I think they are settled there. They used to come to Alia. They have become trustees. They have done so many things for the development of organization. They used to host our Maharishi. They have conducted, they have arranged for so many courses. So Dr. Ramalinga Patel suggested, why not to spread this theory of unified force among scientists? So why not we have some foundation there? Then Maharishi also agreed, and an international foundation, international educational and research foundation for Veda, the law of unified force, was founded here. Yes, the same Madras chapter, Chennai chapter, was started in Chennai headquarters with Maharishi as president, and Maharishi graciously included me also as an office bearer and another professor like that. See, Maharishi came all the way to sub-registrar office to get registered and all that. Okay. Now, what I am going to focus is on the auspices of this international foundation. He organized. So very calmly, without effortless ease, he was able to do that. That is the thought force. We were only tools. Some three or four professors, including me, also assisted Maharishi in organizing. First, we organized in Chennai, Anna University, and in a very grand manner, and attended by many professors, scientists, and all that. Very successful. Next, we had one in Bangalore. Bangalore, of course, our senior professor Elamoran also attended. I think he did the Master of Ceremony service also. And one important thing outside, of course, so many scientists, professors attended. And another meeting was held in Indian Institute of Science, because we already started a center in Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. And with that acquaintance, Maharishi conducted a special lecture in Indian Institute of Science also. But here I want to just focus on a particular incident, particularly in ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. Some of our friends, our SKY members, had approached the head. They told, you can give lecture only between 2 and 2:30 afternoon. So Maharishi already conducted, I think, Kayakalpa for 750 people in the big auditorium. But we can know that time. So Maharishi was so gracious enough to accept that, and immediately after lunch, he proceeded. Of course, I was fortunate to travel with Maharishi, and I just told Maharishi, Swamiji, you are not taking rest, Swamiji. He told, no, see, it is a great opportunity. They are all great persons. Let us hear our philosophy, he said. So, without even taking nap or sleep, he proceeded and gave lecture to the satisfaction of so many people in ISRO. And also they allowed us to see all the some so-called secret places also. So they had so much of regard that I still remember. The second incident in Bangalore is our friends had organized a meeting Swamiji's lecture on biomagnetism for AMA, that is Doctors of uh, All India Medical Association. Most of them perhaps in Manipal Hospital. And about 100 doctors attended and heard our Maharishi's speech on biomagnetism and asked so many questions. And Maharishi are very much satisfied with Maharishi's answers. Then when they came out, they told, everything is convincing, but you don't have syllabus. That's all we can say. But what our Maharishi says is true. So that also I enjoyed really. Fine. And next, Hyderabad. The Hyderabad conference, there also it was arranged in the Engineers Association Hall. Everything. It was also attended by many professors, intellectuals, and all that. So apart from that, what remains in my mind is our Maharishi's grace in giving initiation to more than 100 persons at a time. At that time, he was already crossed 80. It happened in 90s. I don't know. I can't say anything because he accepted. So at that time, already because I was also joint secretary, uh, our president and our people all made some resolution. The WCC passed a resolution that Maharishi will not even see because already she at the age of 80, why should we be troubled like that? But an exception, because some VIPs, even the very some vice chancellor of Anna University once came, and Honorable Bharat Ratna Sri Subramaniam Maya came. He got initiation with Maharishi. So like that, exceptionally they may come. That's formally you can get 100 rupees. For other people, only 10. You'll be surprised. See, so many other spiritual organizations, yoga organizations are charging 500. Our Maharishi was charging only 10 rupees. Such a great, because more and more people should be benefit. That was his broad and compassionate idea. And but the Hyderabad people thought, 100 is nothing. So some more than 100 persons are gathered. And our Professor Morgan and more present, and I were present. Maharishi told, no problem, I will do. And for every person, he did not do as a mass. He gave initiation, and we were allowed to give touch only. So that is always in my mind. She is the greatest. Later, when we met office and Rami said, oh, anyhow, we are able to get some amount, for our organization. It's not so easy to get a donation from other people. So by his lab, you can say, service, the WC was able to get more than 10,000 rupees. He was happy at that time. The money is not the criterion. However, Mahesh are prepared to do that. That I must understand that. And finally, next day, we are staying in some hotel, and Professor Ilamorgan, another professor, and I were staying in a room adjacent to our Maharishi's room. And early morning, wherever we went, early morning, 6 o'clock, we will all sit for meditation. After meditation, Maharishi said, see, we have been issuing certificate for Brahmanyana, Master Course, everything, only in the name of WCAC. What value it has got in public? My wish is these should be, recognized by an university. In future, sometime or other, our courses will be awarded a degree or diploma. It happened after 10 years. Vision for Wisdom came up even during our Maharishi's lifetime. The first university is Amanaslinga Home Science University, and there was a full-time diploma course for this yoga for human excellence. And of course, now more than 30, I think, I don't know number, I think it is about 40 universities all over the world. These courses are conducted. Now, you just think how our Maharishi's thought blossomed like that, expanded like that. So finally, I conclude with my hearty wish and the wish of all of you that Maharishi's thought that the university, Vethathiri Maharishi University of Yoga, will come up in all your campus. I was told even during Maharishi's lifetime, some provision, some land were acquired and it is ready. A matter of time only. So let us all bless for that. An university of yoga, unique of its kind. No other university in the world. There are hundreds of universities in the world. I have not heard of any university where the training is given for a man or woman to become, to acquire first human qualities. All are born, as everybody knows, so much effimperance accrued through so many generations and around own lifetime, prarabdha, sanjay, and all that. So, to live as man with human quality itself requires training. I don't know, do some reason or other, people are to recognize, but Maharishi thought, and it is going to happen. Secondly, how much percentage, even now, not even 1% of the world population has learned this. Doesn't matter. But so far, so good. I think nearly some 8 or 9 million people have learned, I think. It's a rough estimate. So, what I say is, even what is the purpose of birth? Two things they don't know in general. Whatever may be the degrees and all that, people might have got. First, how to become or acquire human qualities, live as a good man with perfect holistic health and harmony and all that with others. That is fundamental in a material world. Then, how to raise oneself the level of divine, how to live a divine life as Maharishi. Some people think, oh, it is possible for only 1 in 10 million or so. But Maharishi's idea is this: everyone has got potential and everyone will get it. Only you will have to work for that. And for that, I will tell one incident and conclude. Even in earlier, I think our Arul Shelvi and Adam Morgan, so about in 2005, just 1 year before our Maharishi's during that end, Maharishi is convinced. Actually, I was a general secretary at that time. I got a call from Aliyar. Maharishi wishes to meet all the professors. He wants to have conduct on special refresher course for master. I mean professors only, like that. Then we sent circular as usual, and I think more than 99% were present. That was in March 2005. Uh, it was I think it was around 94 years. So in that meeting, first he told, what is the purpose of calling all this? He told. See, during the lifetime, I have acquired the spiritual asset, which cannot be valued in terms of money. Now I want to hand over everything to you when I'm hale and healthy, before it is too late. So you have them, enjoy them, and just spread them to all over the world, all the people of the world. That is the first introduction he told. And every day used to talk for morning 90 minutes, evening 90 minutes, like that. See, so much of love and compassion. So before conclusion, I wish to uh, um, share my own impression is so great that whatever he got, as he said, and we also felt, we cannot at all estimate in terms of maybe so many $1 billion is not equal to that asset. So Maharishi felt that should be spread throughout the world. So with my earnest request to all of you, even though even some people might not have become master by this time, kindly try to become master, because as Maharishi has written in a poem, Tondorti Inbam Kanbam. There are two types of inbam. Inbam means Tamil, same word, but English we can say pleasure and ecstasy. When you are enjoying something through senses, it is pleasure. But we enjoy out of senses. You go to universal field, you go to static space, absolute space, you are enjoying bliss. That's one thing. That is individual. Then how can you get bliss? By doing service to others, because the people who are benefited by your service bless you. That is also an important factor in the purification of generic center and helping us to attain the purpose of birth. Kindly, all masters may kindly note, and others also may note, so that you will also become master soon and do the sky service and enjoy bliss throughout your lifetime. Be blessed by the divine. With this, I conclude with my hearty thanks to organizers and all the participants. Be blessed by the divine. Of course, if you got any question or clarification, with the Swamiji's blessings, I will also answer. Okay, thank you. Be blessed by the divine. Rajesh?
Thank you, sir. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Mm.
You can open up for questions now.
சொல்லுங்க ராஜேஷ்.
யாரும் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் இருந்துச்சுன்னா நீங்க அன்மியூட் பண்ணிட்டு கேட்கலாம் இப்போ. Yeah, please unmute yourself and ask.
ஐயா வாழ்க வளமுடன். ஐயா this is தனு பேசுறேங்க.
தனு சொல்லுங்க.
ஐயா thank you so much for the wonderful speech. It's really a lot to it's very interesting to learn or listen from you. Ayya, one quick question, or just out of my curiosity, or even people will be more interested.
Can ask.
Yeah, when you are with Swamiji and you must have traveled many cities in Tamil Nadu, even Delhi or something like that. Is there any interesting incident or very which is unforgettable in your life that happened? It must be many incidents might have happened, but anything which is very unique and very special. Yeah, just out of curiosity, I want to ask this question.
Okay. Of course, I remember. See, after conducting these courses in Hyderabad, and I think we were waiting for a train at night. All are traveling the same train. Due to some reason or other, the train was late. Even that Andhra comrade, Raju, and so many people were also waiting. So Swamiji was very patiently waiting. He did not show any discomfort in his face. We were all surprised. That's the only thing I think discomfort. On other occasions, I have traveled onto many places, Maharishi, and I felt the radiation from our Swamiji. I enjoyed it. And this was the only incident where, but even though Maharishi did not feel, we felt for that. But due to some reason or other, the time came and we arrived at Chennai very safely. Thank you, Danu. Be blessed by the divine.
Thank you, yeah.
Be blessed by the divine. Selvi, Arul Selvi, you can just tell your feedback. Not available or not able to unmute. Hello, Rajesh?
Yeah, we are able to hear you. Yeah.
I don't see Arulanandhan on the line. I don't see her.
But actually, she joined, I think. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I think Bhagyalakshmi from Chennai. Whereas Bhagyalakshmi, can you speak? I think she has also left. Actually, she told that she will join.
I don't see her either. No.
Oh, Bhagyalakshmi is not, because I have not seen the entire list of participants. But anyway, I've selected the people, and anybody can just tell your opinion, feedback, just as our. Thank you.
Varga Valamudana, this is Raj from Sacramento.
Yeah, I remember. I know you very well. Thank you, sir, Raj, sir.
Yeah, it's always pleasure to hear all the inspirational stories and experiences that we were not able to observe during our lifetime.
Okay.
It's always valuable to always hear from you your experiences with the Swamiji. Thank you for sharing those. I have a question on one of the things that you mentioned about the mirror gazing, which I did not quite get.
I will repeat.
Yes, yeah, appreciate it.
And yeah, of course, I don't know, you did not attend that master's refreshals lecture series. I will explain, sir. That is, while gazing a mirror, first you see your own face or your entire body,
Yes.
There is some sound somewhere. Why? I don't. Somebody has to unmute. Mute. Hello, Raj. Are you able to hear?
Yes, yeah.
That is, after seeing in the mirror, that too, I say 1 or 2 minutes. Then we are going to get back. This purposely, we are sending out our energy and taking back from the universal field, so that it becomes a training. Later, you can gather the energy, universal life or universal energy, and then pass it on to the aspirant. That is the purpose And apart from that, of course, you got Muhavasya, Jagavasya, more energy, life energy. We are getting pure energy. We are getting, and also it gives the path to enter. So make it or it is like a training to get energy from the universe first. What Maharishi says is, after seeing, you close the eyes and you do palming. You put your palm above your eyes. During that time, you may see during the time, any person, your mind may think of any person, with whom some person or object. But you just make an auto suggestion. No, you have to observe the energy flow from head to feet, so that what you have purposely sent out, have to get it back. Even more than that. That is why if you see for 2 minutes, you have to observe for 3 minutes, so that you'll get more energy from universal field. I think you understand that. So for that, it is enough if you put the mind, just as in Nityananda, Nityananda meditation, we put our mind at the entire the biomagnets in the body. Like that, you just put your mind from head to feet on biomagnetism. You will feel, because you have made one deficiency purposely. According to law of nature, that has to be filled. So you will feel the flow of energy from head to feet, including the energy coming from the universal field. I think you understand now. Is it?
Yes, yeah, yes, yeah.
Thank you. Any more questions, sir?
I'm Gopal here. Be blessed by the divine.
Gopal sir, சொல்லுங்க.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Thank you for starting the excellent speech. We've been traveling with you as you are speaking through your experience. Very wonderful to hear it in sequence, your journey with our great spiritual guru, Guru Vethathiri Maharishi. Yeah. So for me, my personal experience started, I think, in 1991-92 in Tiruvannur, where I attended the introspection classes which you were conducting. And I've been fortunate. I still remember the hall where you were explaining with the chart, flip chart, and drawing the diagram where you explain the Irai Tugal and
yeah.
Right.
That's what Maharishi also taught. Okay.
So that's your favorite subject, and that's the best thing that we can hear from you every time. You can never forget how you explain that very well. So thank you very much for that. Yeah. And then, so one question I had.
Okay.
One question I had was, when Swamiji introduced the concept of plenum, force, and conscious, perarivu, right? He introduced these three first, and then he introduced the concept of time inside the conscious, inside the Irai Nilai. So, do you see that? And then there was some confusion in the professors. Why is it now being changed or something? So, can you recollect that experience that you had, or do you have any interaction with Swamiji? Yeah. Thanks. Welcome.
Yeah. We have discussed. Swamiji was very gracious to explain that. See, by intuition, that also by intuition he thought. See, so many people are thinking about that only at the time of separation of life force from body, that Yaman comes and takes away the life, But Maharishi says Yaman means nothing but the order of function within the static space itself. That's called, we call consciousness or a function. But anyhow, the force and consciousness start operating. He thought there is something incomplete. This column means from time immemorial, the word colon is there in so many epics and Puranas. Colon, that's called Yaman. So that he wanted to include. Of course, after a few years, after he has announced that Brahmanyana, because he says, as he said, வட்டாயிருப்பு பேராற்பல் பேரறிவு மூன்றும் அப்படின்னு he used to tell 3 only, but added because the time is also very, very important factor of the space or God. So at proper time, everything is done, For example, the earth rotates about itself by 1,000 miles per hour, and it rotates about the sun at the rate of, say, so much 75,000 miles per hour. Like that, he wanted to make it clear to people. Like that, very important application is the law of cause and effect. So whatever a person does, it is recorded in our genic center, and there's a parallel entry like our so many banks are having a central system like that. So Maharishi also used that word, and it is recorded in the cosmic consciousness. But even if the person is no more, and the result comes to his descendants, so at that appropriate time. So that is he wanted to include, and I think I have taken some classes on that column. It is available in Jnana Kalanjam, on chapter and column itself, the time itself. And I also explained to some of the people who are attending evening meditation. So somehow you felt only when he explains that column, that time, that Brahmanyana divine state explanation will be complete. So he included it. So all the four, that is an important factor. Time is an important factor, So he included. That's what he explained. I will tell you later also, if you want, in case of time, I can explain you through email also. Thank you. Be blessed by the divine.
Thank you. Yeah. All. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
ஐயா வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
சொல்லுங்க
ஐயா, மகரிஷி சொல்லியிருக்கக்கூடிய குண்டலினி யோகத்தின் உச்சகட்ட பேரு காயகல்பம் சொல்லியிருக்காங்க நிறைய விஷயத்துல. அப்படின்னா என்னன்றது இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் விளக்கமா சொல்ல முடியுமா எனக்கு? ஏன்னா நம்ம காயகல்பம் பண்றோம், தனியா குண்டலினி யோகம்ன்றது மாதிரி தவம் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். இது ரெண்டும் எந்த விதத்துல இணைந்தது? அது குண்டலினி யோகத்தினுடைய உச்சகட்ட பேரு காயகல்பம் அப்படிங்கிறது மகரிஷி என்ன மீன் பண்றாங்க அப்படின்றது கூட இருந்தப்போ யாராவது கேட்டிருக்காங்களா? அதை பத்தி உங்களுடைய
இல்ல, அதாவது உண்மையே சொல்லப்போனா நான் இந்த கேள்விக்கு நேரடியா சாமிகிட்ட பதில் வாங்கல. ஆனாலும் உங்களுக்காக சாமியை நினைச்சிட்டு ஒரு பதில் சொல்றேன். புரியுதுங்களா?
சொல்லுங்க.
அதாவது நம்முடைய பர்பஸ் ஆஃப் பக்தி இறைநிலை அடைதல். இப்ப உங்களுக்கு தெரியும், காயல்ப நடத்தும் போது 15 சித்தர்கள் பத்தி சொல்றாங்க, கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா? அவங்களும் ஜீவ சமாதி சரிங்களா? இப்ப ரீசெண்டா கூட ஒரு ஞான சம்பந்தம் சொல்லிட்டு மெட்ராஸ் யூனிவர்சிட்டியில நமக்கு ரொம்ப தெரிஞ்ச பேராசிரியர் தான். ஒரு மெட்ராஸ் சென்னை ஜோன் வைஸ் பிரசிடென்ட், நம்மகிட்ட ரொம்ப வேண்டியவர். அவர் பேசினார் ஒரு சண்முகமூர்த்தி அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணதுல. அவர் ஒரு சித்தர் 800 இயர்ஸ்ல இருந்தாருன்னு சொல்றாங்க. நாங்களும் கூட ஒரு காலத்துல பழனியெல்லாம் போகும்போது போகருடைய முன்னெல்லாம் பண்ண நல்ல மெடிடேஷன்லாம் வந்தது. அவங்க எப்படி இருந்தாங்க, சுவாமி சொன்னது கேட்டுங்க. இப்போ குண்டலினி யோகத்தில் நீங்க என்னதான் இறைநிலை போனா கொடுங்க, அவங்க உடல்லையே அந்த உடல்ல இருந்து நம்முடைய வித்து வெளியே போனாதான் உயிர் போகும். ஏன்னா வித்தோட தான் உயிர் இருக்கு. இப்போ வித்து போகாம அவங்க காயல்பத்தில் தான் கெட்டிப்படுத்த முடியும். கெட்டிப்படுத்துறது மட்டும் இல்லை, சுவாமிஜி ஒரு வார்த்தை சொல்லுவாங்க, சுவர விடுதல். அதே உடல் முழுவதும் அப்சார்ப் பண்ணிக்கிறது. அப்படி அவங்க எத்தனை வருஷம் வேணாலும் இருக்கலாம். அவங்களா விரும்பி அவங்களே ஒரு கட்டடம் கட்டி கீழே போயிட்டு அவங்க சொல்ற வரைக்கும் மூட வேண்டியதில்லை. அப்படி இருந்துட்டு அதுக்கு லம்பியா யோகன்னு அந்த காலத்தில் பண்ணாங்க. சம்டைம்ஸ் அதெல்லாம் ரொம்ப டஃப்னு கூட சுவாமி சொல்லுவாங்க. லம்பியான்னு தவளை என்ன பண்ணுதுன்னா, அந்த மழை இல்லாத போது நாக்கு அப்படியே ஒட்ட வச்சுக்கிட்டு எத்தனை மாதம் கூட உயிரோடு இருக்கும். பார்த்தா ஒரே தோல் மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். மீண்டும் மழை வந்துட்டுன்னா அது நாக்கை திறந்த உடனே அதான் லம்பியாகும், டப டபான்னு சவுண்டு கேட்கும். அது ஒன்று. இது போல் அவங்க அந்த சித்தர்கள் வந்து லம்பியாகம் சொல்லிட்டு அவங்களுக்கு இப்போ நம்ம நீங்கள் சர்க்குலேட் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்களே அதையே தான் 3 சோர்ஸ் இருக்குது. சாப்பிட்டு தான் அவங்களுக்கு எனர்ஜி வரணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை. பூமியில் சென்டர்லேருந்து வருது, கோள்லேருந்து வருது, யூனிவர்ஸ்லேருந்து வருது. இதை வச்சுக்கிட்டே அவங்க எத்தனை வருஷம் கூட இருக்க முடியும், இருந்திருக்காங்க ஒன்று. அப்புறமா அவங்களா வந்து மேலே மூடிடுங்கன்னு சொன்னால் மூடிடுவாங்க. இது மாதிரி கரூர், பழனி, திருவண்ணாமலை இப்படிலாம் இருக்காங்கன்னு சொல்லி. இன்னொரு இன்ஃபர்மேஷன், யூகேலேருந்து அந்த மாதிரி ஒருத்தர் போய் திறந்து பார்த்ததில் அந்த உடம்பு சரியாமல் அப்படியே இருக்குன்றது நான் நியூஸ் படிச்சிருக்கேங்க. ஸோ தட் இஸ் வை மகிழ்ச்சி அதான் சொல்லியிருக்காரு. மேபி சில பேர் இங்கிலீஷ் தெரிய வேண்டியிருக்கும். ஸோ ஒன்லி பை காய்கல்பா யூ கேன் மேக் தி vital fluid thicker and thicker so that the life force will not go out of the body. Then they will absorb the life force within the body. They can live as long as they like. That's the Kayakalpa. And by doing this meditation, or Jiva Samadhi, while they are living, they have already attained, mentally they have attained that God realization. They merge the mind with the static space, but body should not perish. For that, Kayakalpa is a must. So this is all I can say. I can elaborate answer later if you want. Thank you. Be blessed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Karthik. Finally, Rajesh.
Yeah.
ஓட் ஆஃப் தேங்க்ஸ் சொல்றதுக்கு முன்னால இப்போ இருக்கிறவங்க நான் என்ன சொல்றேன்னா, இன்னைக்கு 2 புக்கும் படிச்சிருக்கேன். அதாவது எல்லாமே இந்த மாதிரி நம்ம பார்ட்டிசிபெண்ட்ஸ் நிறைய நான் மாஸ்டர்ஸ் ப்ரொஃபஸர் கோர்ஸில் ரெக்வஸ்ட் பண்ணி தான் நான் தமிழ் புக்கும் எழுதினேன். வேறு சாமிஜியை பற்றி சொல்லும்போது தனியாக ஒரு புக் எழுதினேன். அதே மாதிரி இங்கிலீஷும் எழுதி இப்போ நீங்களும் வாங்கியிருக்கிறீங்க. இப்போ நான் வந்து மகர்ஷியுடைய இந்த மாதிரி நீங்கள் சொல்லியிருக்கிற அந்த எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் வித் மகரிஷி ஒரு புக் எழுதலான்றது இப்போ ஏற்கனவே நிறைய பேர் சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. உங்கள் எல்லாருடைய நல்வாழ்த்துக்களை அது எப்போ முடியும்னு எனக்கு தெரியல. 1 or 2 years கூட ஆகலாம். அதுக்கு எல்லாரும் வாழ்த்துங்க. நன்றி, வாழ்வோம்.
கண்டிப்பா ஐயா.
நிறைய இருக்கு. நான் இந்த 3/4 மணி நேரத்தில் 1 மணி நேரத்தில் அவ்வளோதான் சொல்ல முடியும். நிறைய இருக்கு. ஒரு 100 குறைஞ்சது 100 நிகழ்ச்சிகள் சொல்ல முடியும். அதை எலாபரேட்டாக எழுதும்போது மக்களுக்கு ரொம்ப பயனுள்ளதாக இருக்குங்க. ரொம்ப நன்றி உங்களுக்கும், மீரா அம்மாவுக்கும், மற்றவங்களுக்கும். வாழ்வோம். இப்போ நீங்கள் முடிச்சதான்னு நினைக்கிறேன். வாழ்வோம்.
வாழ்க வளமுடன் ஐயா.
மீரா.
ராஜேஷ், ஓட் ஆஃப் தேங்க்ஸ்க்கு முன்னாடி ஒரு சின்ன விஷயம். இல்ல ஐயா, நான் மத்தவங்களுக்கோசரம் எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியணுங்கிறதுக்கு சொல்றேன். நீங்க இன்ட்ரோல கூட அவர் சொன்னாரு, வேதாத்திரியத்தை இந்த ஏரியாக்கு, சியாட்டல் ஏரியாக்கு கொண்டு வந்தது முதல் ப்ரொஃபசர் நீங்க தான் ஐயா. 2003 அத பதிவு பண்ணதுக்கு தான் சொல்லலான்ட்டு. காயக்கல்பம் வந்து நடத்தினீங்க. நாங்கெல்லாம் கூட அப்போ இருக்கல இங்க. உமாதேவி தான்
எக்ஸசைஸ் ஒரு நாள் பண்ணிட்டு என்ன தீட்சை கொடுத்தா இங்க யாரும் மாஸ்டர் இல்லைன்னு பண்ணல, அவ்வளவுதான்.
ஆமா. சோ 2003 இந்த ஏரியால ஆரம்பிச்சு வச்சது நீங்க தான் ஐயா. சோ அன்னையில இருந்து உங்க தயவுனால பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். அதே போல எனக்கு என் சிஸ்டருக்கெல்லாம் உறுதுணையா இது என்னோட முதல் நாள் இனிஷியேஷன்ல இருந்து 95ல இருந்து கூட பிளஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க. என் சிஸ்டருக்கெல்லாமும் மன்றம் எல்லாமும் திறந்து வச்சிருக்கீங்க. ஸோ we are very thankful for being associated with you, our entire family, as well as Seattle Sky Society family, Aya. So you introduced Sky here. So வாழ்க வளமுடன். Thank you.
அதே சமயத்தில் நீங்க பண்ண சர்வீஸ் கிரேட். நான் ரொம்ப பேசக்கூடாதுன்னு பேசல. ரியலி கன்சிஸ்டண்டா இப்போ 15-16 வருஷமா பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க. உங்க மாதிரி நிறைய மாஸ்டர்ஸ் இந்த மாதிரி பல மையங்கள் நல்ல ஏற்படுத்தி பண்ணணும் சாமியுடைய ஒரு வழியில. நன்றிம்மா, வாழ்க.
Thank you Rajesh, Shiva, Amuda, lot of volunteers are helping us sir. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
அவங்களுக்கு
ராஜேஷ் தான் பிரைமரியா பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிறது. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
அவளை தயார் பண்ணி தான் நீங்க எவ்வளவு தூரம் கொண்டு வந்திருக்கீங்க. நன்றி எல்லாருக்கும். நன்றி, வாழ்க. பாராட்டுக்கள். வாழ்க. முடிச்சலாங்க. தேங்க்யூ.
வாழ்க வளமுடன் ஐயா. Let's bless ஐயா. Okay. Senior Professor அருள்நிதி T.N. அருளானந்தம் ஐயா அவர்கள் வாழ்க வளமுடன். சீனியர் ப்ரொஃபசர் அருள்நிதி T.N. அருளானந்தன் ஐயா அவர்களுடைய குடும்பம் வாழ்க வளமுடன். ஐயா அவர்களுடைய ஆன்மீக தொண்டு வாழ்க வளமுடன். நன்றி ஐயா.
நன்றிங்க ஐயா.